I just kind of want to watch BMX videos, honestly. This dude is such a gnarly rider. He like rides like really slow and controlled. Michael something. But it's also just his spot right here. He's like right by the ocean. It just looks so gnarly. Yeah, he rides like super slow. It's really strange, actually. Like, it's just like so crazy. It's so controlled. That's gnarly, bro. You're gnarly, dude. Maybe what I should do is drawing a character and then drawing like just a bike or something too. I think I'm actually just gonna draw this character right. Yeah. Okay, let's begin. We're starting with our line of action, which is the spine of the figure. And do our proportion grid. I'm going to try and just do a standing character because they're easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5. I'm going to do a 3/4 character up in here. Okay, so we're going to work on our 3 immovable masses, which is the base of most mammalia of the mammalia kingdom. Actually, anything basically with a spine, if you notice anything with a spine, they generally have a head, a torso, and a pelvis. So let's begin drawing these. Now these are set within these parameters, so we know roughly at the end of the big one is the end of the pelvis is at number 4. And let's put some music on. Let's see here. So let's think about these as squares. And we're also drawing a male. So generally males have bigger torso. Some people have hypothesized because we used to be primal hunters back in the day, that we would go out and throw spears and stuff like that, that our torsos actually got bigger, whereas females have generally a pelvis with the birth canal. And some people have said that that's why females have generally bigger pelvises. Now that's not always the case, right? There's always mixing and matching. It's not always just a one-off, like that's how everybody is. But if you were to take kind of like a rough analysis of most people of male and female ranges, that's actually a big one to distinguish a female and a male, which is kind of controversial, I guess, but so I apologize if I said anything wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I don't know why it would be controversial, but just in case you're out there and I maybe said something wrong, I apologize. Okay, so now we're going to get into our big landmark. These are actually the big landmarks right here. Now, actually, if you guys are actually watching this, I don't know if I might wait until Anzi and Wings is in a drawing stream. I don't know if you're in here. I would show you some warm-ups that are very good to do, which the good warm-up to do is to do a floating cube and to rotate that cube around. Because basically we're trying to think of this figure as a 3D object, right? And when we simplify things, we can make it vastly easier, right? Simplifying, it's basically squares, splitting the square in half. What's this half of the square? Boom, you find these pivot points, right? And it makes drawing way easier. So now the big landmark to remember that I've remembered is the 5.5 points. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. Boom. But see how this character is on roughly a slight tilt, right? So we're going to do a slight tilt on that line axis. So right here, we know roughly that this is where the end of the kneecap is. So from how we split this in half right here of the pelvis, now we know that roughly 5.5 will be the end of the kneecap. So we'll go, and so that actually seems kind of weird, but I do know that there's a muscle in the thigh. There's actually 2 big muscles in the thigh, and that's the other thing, is you can actually bleed out right there. So really, really try not to get cut right there, because a lot of people have died. If you cut somebody right there, there's actually a major artery that runs up into the heart, and you will bleed out pretty fast. So you got to be very careful not to get a cut in there, because there's a major artery. And I forgot I don't know exactly what the artery is, but if you were like a paramedic or something, you definitely know what that artery is, because there's been some scary stories of people just like bleeding out. There's also another major artery right by your neck right there. I think it's on the side by your heart, or actually maybe it's on 2 sides. I don't really remember. Okay, so we got that. So we're trying to think about this, the shin bone, as kind of like a curve, right? If you see a shin bone, it's actually kind of curved, and that's what we're going to try and do. And we know that since this is 7.5, we're going to put a little circle right there as the foot, and like this. Oh, it's Joel. I've been very inspired by Joel. Joel Schallhorn. Shout outs to Joel Schallhorn. Very underrated rider, man. This dude has done some combos that, man, I've attempted some of his combos and I just given up. I'm just like, nope, I'm not even doing it. So shout outs to Joel Schallhorn. This dude's gnarly. Very underrated rider. I'm trying to like talk in this one. It's kind of hard. I don't know. Okay, so we got a rough base of this character down. Let's 3D this. Let's block this head in. And see how we can take that sphere, we can block it in. Okay, so now let's get into the arms, which we're trying to just speed this, so I'm just doing a very simple pose, you know, whereas like some poses I'm like doing an arm up, like summoning a spirit sword or something like that. No, we're just going to do a very simple pose. So we're going to start with our deltoids. That's generally what I start with. I think that's what most artists start with, is the deltoid, right? So the deltoid is actually built on three muscle groups. It's the front delt, the side delt, and there's actually a back delt. Now the back is actually very interesting because there's the latissimus dorsi, there's the lats, there's, you know, so many muscles that connect in the back. It's actually really crazy. But what's really weird is the lats actually go all the way down in the back. Now it's actually kind of good to kind of like experiment, just kind of remembering this. And I feel like I've said this so many times that now I've just remembered a lot of these landmarks and stuff like that. Okay, so we got our deltoid. Let's go with our bicep, our tricep, and we'll arc it right here. See how that's the end of that bicep? We're gonna arc it right here. And that's how you can find out that segment of where you could do it right there within the rough gauge of the 3/4 plane this character's in. Let's do our forearm. Just kind of just do the muscle right there. Just the. So basically drew this character the other day. Guess we should do a sword, huh? Maybe we could do a shepherd's staff as well. How are we gonna do this character? I guess we could do like a carpenter's hammer. That's what I was doing the other day. Yeah, let's just do like the character we were doing the other day. How would I make that like a carpenter's hammer though? Maybe it'd just be wood. I do kind of want to draw a donkey. I guess we'd draw a bike. Sounds gnarly. Okay, let's get our second layer going. Let's go with our second layer. I'm going to start with our heads and hands. Head, hands, everything, hardest parts first. Let's go. I want to do like a helmet. You know, in some degree, like this is actually kind of the weird thing. In some degree, there's so many armor designs because like Christianity started emerging from so many sectors of the globe. A lot of places got converted, right? Even like parts of like even it sounds strange, even parts of like Mongolia and stuff. So there's just so many different varieties of armor to choose from so many rich histories and stuff like that. This character's weird. Basically, just doing the character that I was doing the other day as a warm up. I kind of want to like put like the horn, but I think people will be like, "Why is there a horn on there?" Let's do this hand right here now. Just trying to think about simple shapes. I guess maybe I should have a sword on this dude. I don't know about this character, man. Applying God's word on. Man, sometimes I have to think about like these Bible studies, and I feel like I'm not even like doing anything really with the applying God's word, huh? I mean, I guess we could put a sword right. I'm tired, man. At least we did the easier pose, so that's cool. I'm cool with it. I'm gonna try and just finish it out. I don't know what kind of armor we should put on this dude. What armor should he have a tabard on? Like, what's this dude rocking, man? You know, like, no idea. I mean, we could kind of do like the tabard armor. I mean, that's way easier, honestly. Like the tabard armor. Leaf bag. I always like drawing leaf bags. Leaf bag, leaf bag, leaf bag. So from the pelvis line, we actually kind of know where we can situate the belt now. I'm kind of wondering. I think we are just going to do tabard armor. I think that would be easier, right? Tabard armor or no tabard armor? That is the question. It's like playing an RPG game. What kind of armor you got? What kind of armor you want up in here, man? Let's put on some RPG music. Okay, let's see. What are we doing up in here? What are we doing? Yeah, I haven't really done the tabard armor. The tabard armor is very interesting, actually. Huh. It's very, like, it's so strange that they rock the armor underneath, and then they put the tabard on top of it. I wonder why they do that. That's strange. I feel like that's very odd. Like, I wonder why they used to do that. Huh. It does seem way easier to draw, but I guess also... Huh. It's really weird. I guess we'll attempt it. Let's just give it a go. So it looks like the tabard actually goes underneath the... They're also running a chainmail, like, neck protector. That's weird. Oh, is that like the cough? I think that's what it's called, right? Like so I guess if they get stabbed in the neck or something, it would protect it. But wow, it's so strange. I've actually never really drawn the tabard armor where they do the tabard on top of the breastplate. Or no, it's actually not a breastplate. They're actually using chainmail. Interesting. Huh. It's really weird. Oh, shnikes, I just messed that up. very, very odd. And then they run chainmail right here. Very strange armor. Dude, look at that trick. What in the world? Dude, I want to learn that trick. Holy moly, that looks crazy. What the heck was that? I don't even know what that dude just did right there. Holy shnikes. I got this part wrong. Shit, I got this wrong. It's kind of strange. They have like a, it's almost like it looks like a tabard. Well, I know it's a tabard, but it's like a, that's weird. Huh, that's strange because you can also have the cloak behind it. So actually you can run a cloak. That's so weird, they're layered up so much. I mean, I guess they were fighting in the cold, right? Or I guess they were protected from the cold, so it does kind of make sense that they would, you know, probably be pretty layered up during times of need like that. But it is kind of weird because, like, when you draw it out, you're like, why is that guy wearing like a skirt? It almost like looks like a, I guess it's kind of like a robe, right? Yeah, we could try and draw it out. Because I feel like it would be different for a mounted character. Because you know, there are some that they run it down here, but it's weird because I feel like if you were on a mount, you wouldn't want that, right? Let's do like the split. We're gonna do like the split one. Split shot. And then we're gonna do chainmail. Dude, it'd be cool to get some chainmail, man. I feel like, man, the chainmail seems really, really gnarly. Like, it seems like a lot of knights were using chainmail. It must have been expensive to make. I'm wondering if chainmail is more pricey to make than just regular plate mail. I think it might have been. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just feel like chainmail would take so much longer to make, so it'd probably be more pricey. Trying to be somewhat deliberate with our strokes as well. Now I know there are different types of shields. I know there was different types of shields where they would have like a wooden... There was actually one shield where it would be... I think it's actually in the Viking shields. The Viking shields actually had a pivot system. Or I think it was the Viking shields. There was one sort of shield where it was almost like when you held it, it was kind of like you're holding this. So when they would hit the shield, it would actually move. And what that would allow them to do is it open them up and you can kind of like... Whoop. I thought that was kind of interesting. I think those are the Viking shields, though. Oh, here we go. We got Dave Smith up in here. I've been very inspired by Dave Smith. I've been trying to learn a lot of his combos. He's actually one of the inspirations why I started doing the stick bee. Do the good old leather band strap, where we do another leather band over here. Much easier to draw than the other ones. You just draw it any way and then you can just throw it in there. Now I'm confused. How am I going to put a cross in here? Playing the Bible Adventure BMX game. Bible RPG Adventures. Where you can be a part of the story. We can go into the lands. Into the Great Commission. This guy looks like a dwarf. Dwarven character. The Dwarven Believer. I always like doing the notches. This part always just reminds me of graffiti right here. We're just basically just doing graffiti right there on the shield. So another landmark I kind of forgot to mention. I actually wasn't sure what I was going to do with that helmet. I don't know what kind of helmet this guy's going to be rocking. Maybe it should be one of those ones where it covers the ears. I'm trying to go with the contour, or no, it's a what is it? It's not the contour, it's the form. So see how like this would be like that? It'd be a little. Now it's kind of weird. I'm not very good at it, but I know there's a way you can draw like chainmail, but drawing the chainmail like with the form. Dude, look at this dude. He's running in his little... Holy moly. Look at that. Look at this dude's little area. Are you kidding me? This guy is insane. How do we draw a carpenter's hammer? It can just be a big block of wood, right? There we go, that's what it would look like. Just a big old block of wood. Big old mallet, boy. You're gonna get funked by the mallet of the carpenter. I'm just kidding. We're supposed to love our enemies. But if the need arises, we should be able to protect ourselves, right? Trying to make it look like wood, but it's kind of hard. Yeah, I'm actually, you know, were you there? Weren't you there that character I drew the other day? I'm basically drawing, I have it right underneath here. I'm actually basically just drawing that same character. Oh, I'm gonna put the squirrel on the shoulder. I would have done something a little bit more harder, but oh, you know what? I could put a little buckler right here. It would actually be a little bit more straight because of the weight. I think I might do a little buckler, and we could do the buckler and shield, because there is a buckler shield verse, which I always think about. Actually, I don't always think about, but what does a buckler look like? I forgot. Take a little shield. Like a mini shield. Should we put the little buckler right there? I think we might. This guy's gonna be dual wielding shields. Maybe, maybe not. Let's just see what it looks like. This either is gonna be horrible failure or we're just gonna roll with it. Oh, I think it's not gonna work. Kind of might work, I don't know. Put a little notch in here. patch. Yeah, this is basically like playing this is like straight up like, I'm not even lying, this is like RPG game. Like it's like, what kind of armor do you want to put on your character? But this is actually why I started liking drawing more than actually playing the video games many times. Because honestly, it's at the point where I honestly think it's way faster to draw it out than to grind for, because you know, like in like most RPG games, like you have to grind for the armor, you have to grind for that new skin. It's like, bro, we get to make the new skin on the spot. We are the skin makers. That's honestly what the artists do. They basically they just make the skins and then people just buy them. That's hilarious, huh? Now he does need to have a peace sign, because I know some people get tripped out, because this dude does look a little rugged, a little haggard. So we're going to try and incorporate a peace sign element to this guy. Let's do this one in here. I'm gonna put the peace sign up in here. I guess I can put it right up in here, like I normally do. You can barely even see that peace sign, but it's in there. We tried to incorporate it, okay? So we put a big peace sign right there. That way we just full on know, because I know I'm going to get some people thinking, is this dude going to kill somebody? No, this dude's trying to be for peace, okay? He's just a little intimidating. This is just, this is good old Uncle Rico over here. Just, you know, he's just a little, he's been hammering on wood all day, man, making ramps. A little frustrated at the cost of wood. Wood price is going up. Oops. Must have opened there, yeah. the charger up. Did I bring the charger in here? No, I need to get the charger. Is it out here? Oh. I can relate. Cost of wood got me gruff. Buy wood for my Man, the characters are so much easier for me. Oh my goodness. Especially just the standing characters get just so easy. I mean, I've just drawn... I mean, I'm at the point where I've probably drawn... I've probably drawn this pose probably... I don't even want to know how many times I've probably drawn this pose, but... I'm going to have to say more than probably 500 times. That's fine, that's cool. Do a halo on this guy. Hey, more than 500 times. Probably a bit more than that. Yeah, we're going to do the squirrel on the shoulder.
Each dog is incredibly unique. Feed your dog's unique needs with Royal Canin Precise Nutrition.
Mm-hmm. Do-do-do. Yeah, I'm getting the edge on this drawing up in here. Squirrel looks weird, doesn't it? I'm gonna redraw that thing. I don't like it. Draw that. I'm trying to make it look happy. I need to get that little thing on the side so I don't smear anything. That looks okay, oh well. The little scruff right there. We tried it, but I don't know about that. I might have to do the tail like off like this, but what the heck is right there? I do got a squirrel on his shoulder. I actually feel like I need to make the squirrel smaller. That thing is huge. I kind of don't like how there's like, it's almost as big as its head. I don't like that. We're gonna have to redo it. I don't like that tangent right there. It's kind of like a tangent, you know? Make it a little bit smaller. Now a tangent is like when something's like, you know, like right there, like it would just make, if you were looking at it as a thumbnail, right? There'd be like, even this, I even think this is kind of like a tangent right here. See how I made this line right here, but then this next line is right there? I kind of don't like how it's like that. What would be another tangent? This is almost a tangent right here. See how this line almost kind of just goes exactly right there? But, I don't know. That's just... Sometimes it's hard to like get away from, because sometimes you already just draw something and you just gotta go with it. Maybe it's that squirrel tail that's the tangent. I feel like I didn't even change anything. I don't know. I just made it a little bit smaller. I'm in the mode where I'm just like nitpicking everything. I need to be more exact. It's quicker. So we'll draw the bike. Kind of want to do maybe a bird right there. Yeah. Alright, now let's just draw a cheesy bike and call it a day. It's like, it's so funny. It's like I draw this character, right, and just like, why is there a bike right there? What in the world? I don't know, I'm just drawing the bike, okay? It's fun. Okay, so generally how we do the BMX bike is, we go kind of based on the shin. To see like the end of the knee is right there. That's kind of what I've been doing lately for the bike. Just doing that for like a 20-inch wheel, and we like 3D this out. I know it's really cheesy, but it's easier compared to drawing. I have drawn some on top of the bike and stuff. Way harder. Definitely much challenging. This is just right on the side. It's, you know, and you can kind of just go with the same perspective with all of this perspective, just kind of going down like that. And then generally what we do is we go 1, 2, and it's not exactly 3 if you look at a BMX bike and the geometry of a BMX bike, but it's pretty darn close to 3 wheels wide. That's what I've noticed. It's actually like 1, 2, and then it's like almost there, so it'd be like right there. And then from this, we make a line in between these, like that. That's kind of where we figure out a lot of our geometry for our bike. And now this is actually what I really like doing, is because it's like, what kind of bike do you want to design? It's like, we're playing a Bible drawing RPG adventures. And so it's actually interesting, if you actually start building bikes, right? Actually, I think this bike might be a little bit too small. Let me see here. BMX bike, I need to like look at it again. I have to redo, I'm gonna have to make that a little bit bigger. Look at a freaking, where's the bike check? Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, I guess the wheels are, yeah, close. Who knows, maybe this guy's a really small bike. Just make it a little bit bigger. Wheel size. Yeah, so what we were talking about the how bikes are actually welded. It's actually interesting because I didn't know this for a long time, but they actually weld the bike from the seat tube many times. It's actually going to work out pretty good. Dude, look at this guy. This is some German dude that has mastered the trick that I've been trying to learn. Shout out to this guy, man. This character's looking pretty solid, though. Pretty solid, I'd say. This dude is gonna be a master ramp builder. master, ramp, builder. This guy's gonna be running pegs. Oh, did I change it to art? Darn, I don't think I did. Fudge. Oh well, screw it. Oh wait, did I do it? I think I did, right? I don't even think I... Let's see here. Oops. I don't think I did change it to art. Oh well. You can just zoom this in. It's kind of far out of... I haven't even been looking at the... Should have been zoomed in all the way. I don't even know why I haven't been zooming it in. Dude's gonna be running front and back brace, homies. This guy's going full bore. I always like drawing breaks. Just fun. I will say bars are kind of hard to draw. He's getting wrong. How long have we been streaming? Okay, we're making good time, I think. As long as I get. I kind of want to draw a donkey in the background. Donkey, 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 donkey. You know, maybe I should draw a donkey in the background because, you know, it's kind of funny because, like, the BMX bike is the little bike. It would be kind of like a, what's that word when something kind of, an analogy? Should we draw a donkey? Maybe we'll draw a donkey. Try and draw a donkey anyway. Let's see here. Donkey. Donkey, 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 donkey. How big is a donkey compared to a human? That is the question. Man, donkeys are very odd. Donkeys are weird creatures. I mean, I could attempt to do that, or is that going to be very challenging? Let me look at how big a donkey is compared to a man. Donkey human scale. Holy moly, I guess donkeys are kind of small. I mean, that's probably about right here. Head. I mean, I guess that would give me some space for a verse right there. We might do it like faintly, just as a practice run. Just very, very faintly. That's actually a huge donkey right there. Yeah, okay, so the donkey should be... That should actually be... Oh, it's so crazy. It's almost like right there.
With the American Express Gold Card, every day is golden. Dine on incredible cuisine with points on the side. Fill your cart with all your favorites, and then some. Let every flight fuel your next adventure. Make every day golden with the American Express Gold Card.
No, I don't think we're doing that. Darn. I mean, I could do it, but it's like almost too close to the bike now. And now it almost looks like it's just hitting the bike, right?
3, 2, 1.
Well, I guess if anybody watches this, that'll be some hidden lore.
That's glaring, my parrot.
The modern day donkey.
Stream it now, exclusively on Peacock.
Do 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 do. Okay, let's draw this bicycle. We get to make our own geometry. That'd be hilarious. Dude, if I was freaking sponsored, bro, like really, really sponsored, I'd be asking for some wonky geometries. I'd be like, bro, I want to prototype this. I want to try this out. I want to try that out. I don't know if they're like that. They probably wouldn't allow that. Because it honestly seems like a lot of frames, they're just using the same frame geometry. They just stick a new sticker on there. I guess in some cases, I think, I don't know. I really don't know how. That's what I've been hearing some companies do. But I guess it's like, I guess that's the weird thing is like, do people actually know the geometries and how it's actually even affecting their riding? That would be interesting, right? Like, could you actually really, really tell, like, one geometry change of, like, say, like, a 74-degree head tube compared to, like, a 75, right? Now, I know if you were a Flatlander, you would definitely tell because they're OCD about their bike geometry, but I think that would be interesting, right? Okay, let's start with the stem. This is probably going to be what? That looks actually like a smaller stem. That's actually probably about what? That actually might be like a 35 millimeter stem right there. Oh, he's running a flatland stem. Homie, you running a flatland stem? What? Nah, what? Oh, you're running a flatland stem. This dude's running some tall bars, dude. These look like freaking 9. I'd probably have to say those are what? 9.975, man? What is homie doing up in here, bro? You running a 35 millimeter stem with 9.7 bars? Holy shnikes. That is not correct right there. I guess maybe is that line with that line? I don't think it is. I messed that up. Most of the bars are bent. Now, actually, you know, one thing I've been noticing is I actually think if you were a vert rider, that those flatland bars where they go in like that are actually safer. Because I've seen a lot of people, they knock their teeth out. I've even knocked I had to get stitches because, you know, when you're doing like a giant, you know, when you're riding vert and stuff like that, and you hack it or you land flat, bro, your head goes poof right there. And I actually think that's why Matt Hoffman runs those like flatland looking bars. Man, so many people have knocked their teeth out because of that thing. Well, I guess if you're running a full face heater, that doesn't happen, but I have seen it. It's occurred. Let's draw this Tech 77 lever. Welcome everybody to bike drawing. Actually, that doesn't look like a Tech 77 lever. That looks like an Odyssey lever. But we're going with it. I tried to draw a Tech 77, but didn't really come out. I'm just going with it. Let's draw this one. Now, I actually have heard that this design of the two-piece bars is actually the strongest. Because, you know, once we get into like actually, this might actually almost look like a four-piece bar thing right down there, but it's kind of like a V taper down there, but just because there's less welds. That's what somebody told me. I don't know if that's actually correct, though. I don't know if just straight two-piece bars are just you know, stronger just because there's less welds. I'm assuming that, right? I'm not exactly sure, though. We've been watching this for so long. What is this guy doing? Holy moly. Wait, let me change this video. Let's actually watch some, like, old style I was into. Let's see here. Let's see.
I'm working on this new case. A missing scientist. Frozen solid. I've seen that before. Years ago.
Where is this? Sorry, I'm finding a new BMX video thing. Oh, these are actually some really old videos. Holy Toledo. Let's watch them. Let's watch them. Sorry, everybody, this is kind of boring. I know it's kind of slow. I'm not an AI robot, okay? I can't do everything in seconds. Oh, I forgot to draw the brake cables. This brake cable has to go. This one actually has a barrel adjuster thing. That thing, and then that thing goes to two cables like that. This one goes around and goes in the middle of the stem. Push this out a little. The center where it needs to be. Trying to get this done before we hit 6, because I don't like that number. Let's listen to some.
Okay, it's Friday evening. Happy Sabbath. Joining us.
I need some new music up in here now. We're on a bike. Let's put a cross on the bike. Honor the Lord. He's running like zero. He's running probably 15 degree offs. He's running 15 35 millimeter stem, 9.75 rise bars. Pretty gnarly. That's a pretty flatland setup right there, man. The song's cool. The spirit realm. Welcome to the spirit realm. Ghosts, demons, unclean spirits. But let us try to be influenced by the Holy Spirit. That was not straight right there. I gotta redo that. Look at that. That tubing is off. If I was a bike manufacturer, that would have just... I would have got fired for that. Put a gusset at the bottom. That's where a lot of frames crack. I've probably cracked 7-10 frames freaking right there. Actually, I forgot the brake cable. The brake cable actually has to go down like that. We're just going to do it in one line today. We got Alex Kennedy up in here. Dude, Alex Kennedy's always been a really solid rider. This is back when everybody would just slam their seats. I ran that too. I think he's still running the Chase Diart seat. That's hilarious. I actually really missed that seat. The Chase Diart Eddie Cleveland seat. Dope seat. I stripped mine. I think that's actually what Chase did. Oops. Put it up. This part's one of the hardest parts about drawing bikes. The chainstay is definitely a challenge because it bends. Actually, they do a what is it, invest cast method or something, but they did that before. But it would be like the wishbone. Or actually, no, isn't the top part the wishbone? I don't know which. I think this is the wishbone, right? No, one part of these is a wishbone, but then they bend it out, and then they bend it in like something like that, roughly. You would actually see the seat is going to be rocking a really tall seat. let's see. I guess maybe, it's kind of hard. It's kind of weird. I guess we'll just run it like that. I guess. Okay, let's see the hub. I can actually see a little bit of that, huh? Welcome to Bible BMX Adventures. Where we can go out into the lands and plant seeds of faith. To make disciples of all nations. How do we draw this peg? Let's see here. This is very messy right here. Yeah, let's see, they probably a little bit of that peg right up in there, right? I guess we should do the floating Bible. Floating Bible. Babushka. 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 We gotta plant the seed of faith. 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 It's honestly just so easy. Sometimes I wonder what the Lord thinks about this. You know, how hard is it to really draw a cross? Sometimes I want to ask the Lord, just being like, God, how? I don't know, man. Like all you got to do is just draw a little cross and something. All you got to do is write a little Bible verse on something. If I could ask the Lord a question, I'd be like, should we be trying to give glory to you and everything? Because honestly, I really could in some degree. It's just, I feel like people just think I'm crazy now, but oh well. That's what the Bible says. We got to give glory to God in all that we do. We got to be faithful stewards to what He has entrusted to us. So let's draw the Word of God. I'm going to draw a Bible right here. Man, there's still people in here. I'm basically just talking to myself. See, this is so funny, right? Because like I'm just like drawing. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Well, actually, maybe I do know what I'm talking about, but it's like, you know, it's not like I'm doing a Bible study where it's like, okay, we're gonna study this topic. It's like, this is very simple. This is like, I'm drawing a bike, I'm drawing a squirrel, I'm drawing a dude. I'm putting crosses on it. You know. I don't know. I guess in the beginning I get very technical because it is technical in the beginning. I'm like, okay, proportions. But other than that, it's just kind of scribbling up in here. Oh wow, this is Benji, dude. That's so funny. I haven't seen this. This dude used to. I wonder what happened to this dude. This dude used to ride for Fit. This was back when. Yeah. What happened to this dude? I wonder if he's still riding. A lot of these guys. I have some videos where a lot of the riders, like, they don't ride anymore. Fortunately. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they do still ride. Maybe they just don't post on Instagram stuff. Can't really say. He's got the enchanted book. What book is that, everybody? You draw a book right here. How can you That's actually a good question, right? How can you this could be any book, right? Well, I think this would be a very easy way to distinguish it, right? Draw a giant cross on it. I mean, that symbol just emanates, dude. Shout out to all you guys rocking the crosses out there. Even if you don't believe, still rock it. Maybe get into the gothicism stuff. That's why. Shout out to the goths out there. You guys rock some gnarly crosses, bro. I saw one dude, some chicks too. They're rocking like 50 crosses. I'm like, holy moly, bro. Are you kidding me? You guys are crazy. I'm gonna draw a little seed. Actually, no, it's kind of... I guess we could draw a little seed right there. Jake Seeley, dude. This is such an old video. Holy... Oh, is this Jake Seeley? I think it is. I haven't seen this video in forever. Holy moly. Let's draw a little seed right here, I guess. What's this man doing? This man's turning people into trees. He's the Trent creator. He's planting the seeds. What are the seeds? The seed is the word of God. That's funny. Oh, that little seed. Okay, let's draw a Bible verse up in here. Or write a Bible verse in there. I think we're going to do the one with the Lord is my shield and buckler. Because we drew a shield and a buckler. Wow, that was a crazy clip right there. Look at that. Holy moly. Shield and a buckler verse. I thought it was a different one. There is a different one. Psalms 91? Oh, is this it? Your shield and buckler. What verse is that? Why are they bringing up so many different verses? Oh, here we go. That's the one we're going to run. I think we might run this one. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. I think this one we're going to do. ESV. He will cover you with his peons, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. Maybe we'll... I guess maybe we'll do this one. Into KJV. Ooh, Dan Foley, dude. I used to watch Dan Foley's old videos a lot. Back when he was riding for Simple. I actually probably should draw in wings. I forgot, actually. Man, I always forget that first part of the verse. Actually, I mean, I guess I could still draw wings. But it would be all weird because now I should have drawn the character right there if I was going to do a winged character. Man, that was a good invert right there. Dude, Dan always had the gnarliest inverts, man. This rider right here. He just straight up just did a bunny hop invert. I feel like Dan was one of the first guys I saw doing backwards cassette manuals. Man, this is such an old video. I haven't seen this in years. This is like, we're on an old playlist of mine. Very, very old playlist. Let's see here. I guess maybe we could do wearing wings. Alright, maybe like the green, just like... Intriguing. Interesting. What do you guys think? Should we do the wings or not? I guess maybe I think I'm just gonna like just do it like faintly, maybe. I'm not gonna like do the pencil, it's just like very faintly stuff, and then we could do the verse right here. Does that look like a buckler? I mean, I tried to make it a buckler. Shield, buckler. Mallet. Who is this? What rider is this? I don't even know what rider this is. I used to watch it though. Let's write the verse. How big do you think this verse is going to be? Probably going to be about this. Oops. We're making lined paper, everybody. I think that's way too much than I need, but... What rider is it? I can't even remember who this is. Who is this? Oh, this is, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot his name. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I freaking know it. He was in X Games. What's that dude's name? Oh my goodness, I forgot. It's been so long. He rides for Federal. Darn it, I forgot his name. I can't believe I forgot his name. I'm so sorry, dude, if you're watching this. If you ever watch this, I apologize. He was in X Games. I can't even... Okay, let's write this verse in. Let's zoom in right here. Right. He will cover you. Should we do the KJV or ESV? I think we're going to do... I guess we'll just do the ESV. Everybody... A lot of people read the ESV nowadays. Ooh, Ty Morrow. This dude's gnarly. I feel like this Ty Morrow rides like this. If this character rode right here, he would probably ride like Ty Morrow. That's how I imagine it. Okay, he will cover you with his peons. Pin. What are pinions? I think pinions are just feathers. Pinions, comma. And under his wings, you will find refuge. Oops, I just messed it up right there. Kind of funny. This character almost kind of looks like Tarmar. It's kind of funny, huh? Tarmar grew in his beard. Find refuge. Refuge. I don't know, was that italics? What is that thing? That thing. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. Dude, I want a handwritten Bible. Who's doing those nowadays? That's almost right there. Where them handwritten Bibles at? You got one? I don't even know anybody that has a handwritten Bible. Do you know anybody that has a handwritten Bible? I'm telling you, dude, I feel like the robots are going to start taking over. And it might even just go back to the olden times. Because honestly, I would want a handwritten Bible. Another Dan Foley video. Bruno Hoffman, that was the last writer's name, by the way, I forgot. It just came to my mind now. Psalms 91:4. Is it Psalms or Psalm? Okay, Psalm. There we go. We're done, everybody. We finished it. I guess we got to do a little bit more. And we're just... I guess I'm going to do a longer signature on this one. Because we have, like, kind of the room, too. I guess no, I'm just going to do a little signature. I don't want to do a long one. We're just going to do a little one. Let's put this out. Sorry, Dan. Oh yeah, that's what we gotta do. We gotta put it on the wooden thing. Where's that wooden thing? Here's our old. There's that one drawing. Yeah, that one's all messed up. Should I do some pupils on this guy? Maybe I might just. Vaguely. That, look at how little that pupil is. I almost messed it up right there. Like, that little line. We just did that one little line right there. I kind of want to do some more, but I don't want to go to 6, so we're just going to go. Because if I go to 6, I'm just going to try and go to 7 then, but I guess I could try and ink it out. I'm talking about hours. I mean, I guess it's not a cursed number. I mean, I guess it kind of is, honestly, but it's not like, you know, I feel like I get a little tripped out sometimes. Almost kind of does look like Bob Ross, doesn't it? What do I just drew a giant fro on this guy? Can we like do some I feel like this helmet was all messed up. I'm honestly gonna make it one of these helmets. I'm not digging this head. I like kind of want to redo it, but I don't want to. And it looks like my internet's about to go out. Wait. I'm gonna turn all this stuff off. My internet's getting all weird. Oh well. I guess this is the character. I kind of don't really like it after doing it, but oh well, that's how a lot of these things are. I start them out and then I just kind of just don't like them. But I've only tried. Especially the next day. That's generally what happens. I'm like drawing it out. I'm like, oh dude, this thing's cool. And then I look at it the next day and I'm just like, bro, I do not. This thing is the cringiest thing I've drawn. But that's how a lot of these drawings are for me. I think that's how most people are, right? Anyway, everybody. Peace out, guys. See you, Creative Fit. Have a good one, bro. I'm out of here.